Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to the channel. This is Trade Recap 35, I believe. Um, Today's trade, well, first off, let's just say I ended up losing $200 today, but that is totally okay because we ended up taking another trade, and that second trade hit our take profit. However, the major thing that happened today is that the uncertainty monster did not take over. It did not take action. I did not exit early. I did not move my stop loss around. I did not move my take profit around. We did very good today. We did extremely well today on the charts. Let's go into the trade. Honestly, today's trade, bad trade. Today's trade was not a good trade. It was not an A plus trade. However, I feel very good about my performance today because I did not allow that uncertainty monster to take over. Let's go over this. Let's see what happened today. So, first thing that we saw, and everyone saw, and as you can see, as we were just dumping. We just dumped basically the whole of market with zero retracements, zero anything, just hitting all these draws on liquidity. And if you remember last night, I set a condition to this being the most highly probable area of liquidity, and we just never freaking hit it. I wonder, did we hit? Okay, I guess we hit these lows on ES. Eventually. We didn't even hit it during them. Anyway, yeah. So let's get into the actual trade that we took today. So we took two shorts today. The first short was around here, after we had respected this fair value gap. Technically, this is an inverse. Technically, it is an inverse. As you'll see, we closed above that wick, but it's not really, to me, this is not an inverse. To me, this isn't really an inverse because of this candle. So I would take this as a respectation fair value gap. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Maybe this isn't a respectation fair value gap. Maybe this is technically an inverse fair value gap. And when we see something like this, we just stay hands off and we don't trade. But anyway, yeah, we took a short. I think it was around here off of this candle. We targeted... What did we target? We targeted this internal low right here. And as you can see, price hit our stop loss. I believe my stop loss was at these highs. So we got stopped out on this trade, unfortunately. However, I didn't get mad. I didn't get sad. I didn't let my emotions take over. I told myself, okay, we lost a good amount of money on that trade. We lost about $400 on that trade. So risk management for today was bad. Risk management for today was off, for sure. However, psychology was on point. Psychology was absolutely on point today. And where did we take our second trade? Second trade as well, not the greatest trade. Honestly, I think that if we see a billion-point move to the downside after whatever, I think that today the best move would have been to have woken up really early. I'm pretty sure we hit a major high sort of pre-market. Did we? I guess we just hit that London high. Yeah, we're not really sweeping out much. I mean, I guess you can consider this a sweep. This is definitely a sweep, and this is like, ugh. Yeah, so inversing this fair value gap, or I'm sure there's a better area of liquidity that we're hitting. Or you guess, no, that's all-time highs, bro. That is the highest. Okay, so, yeah, like today, the best trade that I could have taken was this overextension into all-time highs. We hit this liquidity area. We inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. Stop shorting like around here. stops at these highs, of course. And honestly, if I was in this trade personally, I would have just targeted this London low. I wouldn't have gone too much farther down. I know there's a lot of draws and liquidity to the downside. I mean, if I had the most perfect everything, I would have set like TP1 here, and then I would have done final TP at these lows, honestly, which would still not have hit hours later. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into the second trade. And I really want to get into the second trade because it's a really good psychology tester, sort of, I guess you could say. So what happened? Where did we go in? We didn't really go in the smartest in the smartest area. I can't remember. Did we inverse something? I think we inversed something. I really hope we inversed something. Oh, shoot. I really hope we at least inversed. Yeah, no. Like I said, this was a bad trade for today. We kind of just FOMO'd in, for sure. We went in around, I think it was here. We set our stops at these highs, and we targeted not these lows, not these double lows, which I'm still honestly baffled that we didn't hit today, but this low. We targeted that low. Stops were at that high. Take profit there, and as you can see, it got hit. Now, something that I want to say, though. Just ignore the trade, ignore the confluences. They're bad. It's honestly, it's just coming up, respecting this for value gap, sweeping out this high, and then getting some momentum to the downside. That's really all it was. That was all the trade that we took today, and that's honestly a bad trade. But however, I want you to look around here at this area right here. Price comes down. Price immediately. Let's get into. Let's just do some bar replay real quick. Right here, we sell only about 1 unit, I believe it was, because we had lost so much on that first trade. It was over my usual risk amount. Oh, this is NQ. Okay, whatever. It was all, we did it on the micros, but it'll still show you. So my stop loss is at here. My take profit's down here. Right. And we immediately go into drawdown. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to lose another trade. But I'm going to hold on. I'm going to let it hit my freaking stop loss or my take profit. And then I'm like, okay, nice. Maybe this trade was a great idea. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Okay, this isn't really good. This isn't really good. This is kind of good. Okay. Oh my God. What just happened? Oh no, this was a bad idea. I FOMO'd in. What am I going to do? I'm going to exit. Wait. No. I'm going to allow this to hit my stop loss. Right now we're taking into a fair value gap. If we are truly bearish, we're going to respect this fair value gap and go lower. Just hold on. Just let the trade play out. Don't let the uncertainty monster take over. Okay. Where's the candle? Hello. Oh shoot. Okay. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So like I said, price comes up, respects its fair value gap, comes way back down, gets some nice bullet bearish momentum candles. I'm like, awesome. Okay. Awesome sauce. That's great. That is so great. We get this nice downwards trend, but then this happens. It comes down. At this point, I'm like, this trade is hitting my take profit. Oh, my break-even level is around here, by the way. So at this point, I've got stops at break-even. I'm covering my losses. I'm almost 100% sure that this is going to hit my take profit. and then it comes here. And then it does that. And at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, that's fine. We need an upwards candle. We just had a bunch of downwards candles. We need to retrace. We're gonna get a downward. We're gonna get a bearish candle right now. Ugh, the Wi-Fi. Just let it load. Hold on. I shouldn't have done replay. All right, screw replay. Screw replay. You're okay. So like I said, price comes here. It comes a millimeter from my freaking take profit. I mean, is this? How many? Oops. How many ticks is this? It's like nothing. It's like nothing. And it starts to reverse. I'm like, was that enough to reverse? Are we going to reverse now? Oh my God, I'm so terrified. I want to exit. I want to exit. I want to exit. I want to exit. Just hold on. Just hold on. Don't let the uncertainty monster go. Boom. Hits to take profit. So in this trade, I was tested twice. In the worst areas you can be tested as soon as you place the trade and right before it hits your take profit. But you know what I did today? I didn't touch the fucking computer. I didn't touch the mouse. I didn't touch the trackpad. I allowed that thing to hit my stop loss over here. And I allowed that thing to hit my take profit over here. And I know for a fact that if I continue to do that for the next 100 trades, I am going to be a profitable day trader. I am going to take more money from the markets than what the markets are going to take from me. And I know this. I know this. If I just let it hang, if I let my fucking balls hang, if I just let it hit it every single time, because there is no way of knowing whether or not it's going to come to your stop loss and reverse right before, or it's going to come to your stop loss and hit your stop loss. There's no way of knowing that. And trying to control the situation, trying to decide which trade is going to be that one where it comes a tick from my stop loss and ends up running to my take profit, that is almost impossible. It's so impossible that it's improbable, which would imply that you would not be a profitable day trader. See me, mama, say. See me, mama, say. I did very well today. I lost $200. I took bad trades. I did everything wrong today, except for the one thing that I was just absolutely having such a hard time of dealing with. And I did it, man. And I feel great. I feel amazing. I feel I have made $135 on the charts in one day, out of a trade that I tried to control what was going to happen. I tried to control the outcome, and I feel better today losing a $200 because I let it hit my stop loss, because I let it hit my take profit. And I think that speaks volumes. Anyway, fam's here. I gotta go be with them. I will see y'all later. Peace out, guys.